Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of Rampant Red Devils. I am back at once again, and today I will be analysing Manchester United's away game against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, past games against Wolves for Man United have been, let's just say, tricky. Wolves, for the past few seasons, have been a very good side. Obviously, last season with Nuno, they sort of tailed off a bit. But obviously, they have former Benfica boss Bruno Lage in charge. And it was going to be interesting to see how well United adapted today, considering Wolves haven't scored a goal in the Premier League so far this season, and away at Molineux, where we haven't done well in the past couple of seasons. Let's see how the first half went. So obviously, Man United made a couple of changes again. Dan James was back into the side as a right midfielder. Jadon Sancho made his first start on the left, which I thought was quite surprising, as he was being played on the right for Borussia Dortmund. But if that's what Ollie likes, then that's what has to happen, I suppose. Raphael Varane made his Premier League debut, starting as the left-footed centre-back alongside Harry Maguire. Mason Greenwood again was up front. A midfield two of Pogba and Fred this time, instead of Matic. McTominay is out injured for a few weeks, so we won't be seeing him for a while. Obviously, Noah Mad on the bench. Cavani returned to the bench. And to me, it was a good team selection. It looked like a team that could easily beat Wolves. So for the first half, after the first half ended, I was quite worried about Man United because Wolves deserved to be ahead. Wolves were dominant the first half. I'd have to say they were completely dominant throughout the first half. Adama Traore is just one hell of a player. I'd love to have him at Man United. He's just absolutely insane the way he brushes past challenges and gets past defenders. If Adama Traore had an end product where if he scored goals from his runs or got the crosses into the correct player and stuff, he'd be one of the best players in the Premier League, and he wouldn't be playing at Wolves because he's good at rubbing baby oil on his arms and getting past players with his pace and stuff and good strength, but that's all he has. He has no end product. Obviously, Raúl Jiménez is starting to get back to his best after the serious head injury that he had. But no, Fred again needs to leave Manchester United. He was absolutely diabolical during the first half. It was his pass that led to a Wolves chance, which led to Aaron Wan-Bissaka clearing Jimenez's shot off the line, due to Fred giving the ball away. Again, he doesn't know how to pass forward. It always seems sideways or backwards with him. Pogba being in the midfield too doesn't work, especially alongside Fred. Pogba was left restricted this game, I feel. Ruben Neves, a linked Man United target, again was pulling the strings for Wolves in midfield. And you can understand why Bruno desperately wants him at Man United. But obviously the fans probably were concerned about the first half performance, like I was, but they were more concerned singing Viva Ronaldo chants following the exciting and shocking news that Cristiano Ronaldo is returning to Manchester United on a 2-year deal with the option of a third. So I'll speak more on that at the end of the analysis. But on to the second half. Let's see if United could improve. So as second halves go, again, Man United, they weren't really making any chances. Varane was impeccable at centre half, I feel. He had a really solid debut. He was beating Jimenez in the air a lot. He was making challenges. He's got good pace about him. And I worried that if Lindelof had started ahead of Varane, I worried that we would have conceded. But there was a key moment in the game. Probably it was about around the 60th minute mark. Wolves have a corner. Roman Saiz heads the ball towards goal. David De Gea makes an impeccable save, and the ball comes back to Saiz, who has a clear open goal to shoot at, and he tries to place it into the corner, but De Gea with a superb reaction save to deny Saiss a second time before United cleared the ball. Now, I've been very critical of David De Gea in the past, but those two saves that he made in the second half were sort of sort of the reconciliation of what he was used to be good at doing, which proves that there is still a keeper in David De Gea. He just needs to cut out his mistakes, and obviously he's becoming first choice because obviously Dean Henderson's still recovering from a nasty bout of COVID he had. But finally, after being pretty much on the back foot for the entire game, which is an honest assessment from me, there was an incident with VAR. Pogba wins the ball back from Neves, who feels contact but stays on his feet and then only dives to the floor 2 minutes after the contact had happened. But play continues. Pogba's loose touch wins the ball from Neves, who feels as if he's been shot in the leg and falls over. Man United work it out wide. Rafa Varane feeds the ball into Greenwood, who beats his man, which happened to be Fernando Marçal, and he powers a cross shot towards goal, which is looking like a comfortable save for Jose Sarr, but the Wolves keeper just seems to let it slip through his gloves and into the back of the net. Mason Greenwood scored for Manchester United once again. He's our top scorer this season, and he's showing why he should have been in the England squad for the World Cup qualifiers. Are you watching, Gareth Southgate? But no, and that was that. Mason Greenwood got the goal. United, defended brilliantly for the final 9 minutes plus 5 added on to seal a 1-0 victory. So my overall thoughts of the game were we were lucky. We were very, very lucky to come away with 3 points, because we either could have lost the game or drawn the game. That's how bad we were. Obviously, Mason Greenwood bailed us out of jail once again. Rafa Varane, as I said earlier, was outstanding. David De Gea kept us in the game with remarkable saves. Fred needs to get out, and it shows that we desperately need a midfielder. I said it last week against Southampton, but Fred had another diabolical game today. He just seems to have lost his way a bit, Fred. I don't know why, but he needs to buckle up his performances because he's been terrible recently. Pogba, again, I don't know. He doesn't work in the midfield too. You either play him next to a solid CDM, which we don't have and need to sign before the transfer window closes tomorrow, or you play him on the left of midfield. But when you've got Rashford coming back from injury soon, Sancho will be pushed out to the right, and it's just going to be really interesting to see what happens. Obviously, Ronaldo is the shock signing of the transfer window. It was a move that I didn't expect to happen at all in my lifetime. I never thought that my idol growing up supporting Man United when I was a youngster would ever return to Manchester United. So I'm really pleased that we've signed someone of Ronaldo's calibre, because he is still today one of the best players in the world. And obviously he gives us a real boost. He gives us another option in attack, and maybe he can push us towards the title. I don't know. Varane was impeccable. If Varane plays like that for the rest of the season, we have a chance. It's just all about getting that defensive midfielder. And obviously with the transfer, and obviously updates today, it's looking likely that Leeds are going to sign Daniel James permanently from us. And it looks like West Ham are going to try and take Jesse Lingard on another loan with an obligation to buy next summer. So that's 2 players that are outgoing, which we'll get funds for, which then gives us the option with about 30 odd hours left of the transfer window to put in offers for a CDM, whether that be Saul Niguez of Atletico Madrid, whether that be Yves Bissouma of Brighton, whether it be Ruben Neves of Wolves, or Camavinga. Just please, we need to sign a CDM. We have to. Signing the CDM would make this a 10 out of 10 transfer window for me, because improved in defence. We've improved out wide. We've improved in defence with Varane. We've improved out wide with Sancho. We've got Ronaldo, which improves our attacking options. And if we get someone like Bissouma, Neves, Camavinga, or Saul, it improves our midfield options massively. So that is my analysis done. I will be back. There's obviously no Premier League games due to England being in the World Cup qualifiers. So my next episode will be next Sunday. No, not next Sunday. The Sunday after. Sunday the 11th. No, Sunday the 12th of September, where I'll be analysing Man United's home game against Newcastle at Old Trafford, where hopefully the return of CR7 will bring about a positive impact for Manchester United. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe to all our links down below. I will be writing a Tumblr article this week about the impact of Ronaldo's return to Manchester United, an article that I'm looking forward to writing. And until Sunday the 12th, when I will be doing my analysis of Man United against Newcastle, I shall see you all soon.